Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to Anime Weekly Update. Welcome back to the channel, episode 4, part 1. So, it's been a while, but there is a lot to discuss when it comes to One Piece, and not so much, I guess, a couple of topics to go over, and I'll give you my opinions on this. There's some huge news when it comes to One Piece once again. A new project released for 2018. What is this project going to be about? Stay tuned to find out. Plus, a story writer from Dragon Ball has come out and said there is no fighter stronger than Broly. I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. Stacks up in ludicrous-like statements. So I'm going to start off with the One Piece update. So in 2018, One Piece Holographic 3D CG stage event premieres in 2018. Holographic screening to tell Marineford arc story with new characters' original story put. So I like this concept. It sounds to me, obviously the 3D CG is a big giveaway of what it's going to be about. But if this is a movie, it could be similar to, speaking of Broly, it could be similar to what we just had with Dragon Ball when they released a 4D movie with Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta against God Broly. So this year's 43rd issue of Suisha's Weekly Shonen Jump magazine revealed on Monday that the previous announced One Piece holographic stage has been delayed to early 2018 premiere at the DMMVR Theatre in Yokohama. The work will be titled One Piece Dramatic Stage, The Medal, and there is a visual of that as well. It looks beastly. I'll get into that in a minute, but Sukoi no Marineford, recollection of Marineford will work. The work will feature an original story with new characters. Now, I like this concept, and before I go any further, I just want to get my details. I think this has obviously been in the works for a while, but I think a lot of things that have been inspired to actually push this into 2018 is because Oda literally did a what if chapter with Sabo if he actually made it to Marineford and fought alongside Ace and Luffy, what would have happened. So there was also a fan-made chapter of Akainu versus Luffy. I'll leave those links to the description box below. Check them out. They're beastly. So this may have some type of effect. It may not. But this visual right here, you got the Straw Hats in post-time skip designs. The Straw Hats all together again. Now here's the crazy thing. You have Law, Bartolomeo as well. So, and you quite clearly have like some like shadow figures at the bottom. I'm only gonna say, it looks like on the left, if you notice very carefully in silhouette, it looks like Doflamingo, Bartholomew Kuma, and in the middle you see Whitebeard, Jinbei. So all the characters you expect to appear in Marineford. Now here's the thing. Are the Straw Hats and Law and Bartolomeo the only ones with post-time skip designs? Now, this could be a setup to way of overhyping the 3D movie that we're going to get of One Piece with having the Straw Hats, Bartolomeo, and Law in post-time skip design and having it be pre-time skip, but I don't think so, just because Bartolomeo looks exactly like he does in Dressrosa. Law looks exactly like it is in Punk Hazard. So who else could have post-time skip designs? So you see the shot in the visual of Ace at the top alongside an Admiral. Now, I have two guesses of who this Admiral is. It's clearly using an armament hockey. Now, the first guess is obviously Akainu, just because he's the one that killed Ace. Or, to play with people's expectations, I think that could be Garp, just because he's famous for using punches, right? So I think that'd be kind of cool if we see Garp using armament hockey. I mean, the potential for this is up through the roof. I mean, you can have like all the Shichibukai come out with post-time skip designs. Could you imagine Doflamingo using his Devil Fruit Awakening mode? Could you imagine Mihawk post-time skip design? Boa Hancock? Jeez. Because I think this would be really cool, especially in 3D. This would be awesome to see. So the One Piece is going to be titled The Medal. The production was originally revealed in late 2016 with a planned debut in 2017 to celebrate the project. The theatre screened the Mugiwara no Ichibi versus Kaigon versus Okai Shichi Bukai Holographic Battlefield, and the Encore in Yokohama. Straw Hats versus Navy versus the Seven Warlords versus of the Sea Holographic. But this is going to look amazing. Like, can you just imagine post time skip Luffy with Law and Ace and Zoro in Marineford? Just imagine what would have happened if that actually happened. But there's going to possibly if that happened in the future anyway with the final arc. So December 2016, the work was enhanced update of a 2014 hologram screening that ran in another theater in Tokyo's Oidaba area. So, and then you see another visual in 2017, the One Piece VR theater, and you quite clearly see the Straw Hats in the Dressrosa designs, very similar to the opening. And then you have Law, Boa Hancock looks nice as hell, Doflamingo, and Smoker as well. The DMVR Theatre is a venue that uses holographic technology for virtual concerts and other events. The theatre uses the same translucent Pepper Ghost screens that are used in concerts by Hatsune Miku, a very popular character, by the way. I love this concept. Okay, 3D is different. We've had 3D specials in the past. This would be awesome to see. I'm just like straight up. Talk about fan made, like what if scenarios. This is the closest thing to a what if that fans have been dreaming about. So, in the visual, as well as the Straw Hats, Law, and Bartholomew, you clearly have an admiral using armor and hockey. Now that's a teller, because in Marineford, we did not. Well, we had some concept of hockey, but it was not shown until Rayleigh taught it to Luffy. Then you have Ace in the background, clearly. So, I can't say this enough. I love this concept. Special at this point, it's 3D, but the concept looks awesome. So I'll leave that for you to decide that for yourself. I'm hyped as hell hearing this. So, moving on to that, and I'm gonna finish off with this because this is obviously Dragon Ball discussion. Now, this comes from a writer, says there's no fighter stronger than Broly. Why is that? Well, this was posted on the 22nd. So, that ongoing competition breeds all kinds of fan debate about who is the strongest Dragon Ball fighter of all time. There's a lot of debate about that. However, one opinion that may be more belongs to Tako Koyama, the screenwriter of plenty of Dragon Ball Z animated features. According to Koyama, there is one character who takes the title of Universal Strongest in Dragon Ball lore. That's none other than Broly. Now, before I go any further, you see the visual of who he is putting Broly over. Okay, just look at this list, okay? In this visual, you see TM, Piccolo, 16, Gohan, Vegeta, Beerus, Frieza, Cell. Okay? Can anybody say biased? Okay, I get that Broly's a popular character, but let's not get the facts in a way of good story, okay? So, why is Broly the strongest? Thanks to Kosenshu, fans can now read about the screenwriter's candid thoughts on Broly. Tokoi Koyama was asked why his scripts often use Broly in an April 2006 edition of Dragon Book. According to the writer, there is a simple reason for why fans saw Broly repeatedly, because he's a popular character. So I'm not taking that away. It's because he's the strongest, even including the TV anime. Nobody exists in the world who is stronger than Broly. I mean, Vegeta, the Prince of All Saiyans, was trembling in fear. Yeah, but you know what? He was trembling in fear when it came to Beerus as well. And I can go on and on, but I felt there was no way that kind of mightiest being could die in a single outing. After all, there were kids who cried at Broly's overwhelming strength. Cried. So that's putting it mildly. When they saw Burn Up at Suisha preview screening, it's always difficult coming up with an enemy for Goku because I constantly have to escalate their strength. So it ended up appearing 3 times. Okay, first off, in the third movie, it was a clone of Broly. That's first. With Bio Broly, that movie was complete garbage. Let's be real. Koyama continues saying there was no way Goku would ever be able to win in a fight against someone like Broly. In an orthodox matchup, unorthodox strategy is the only reason why Goku's comrades were able to defeat Broly. Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, and Broly, the second coming, and the Bio Broly I just mentioned a minute ago. So how accurate is Koyama's assessment of Broly's power? Well, in Dragon Ball Z lore, Broly's power level breaks down like this. His base form just isn't up to par with Goku, Gohan, or Vegeta, or even Trunks. Paragus had a major part in restraining Broly's power. The villain Super Saiyan is more naturally, but it's not enough to break Goku. The hero is only given a bit of trouble by Broly's power-up, but Paragus' headband keeps Broly's true power in check. In legendary Super Saiyan form, Broly is more power than Super Saiyan Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, post-fusion Kami, post-Kami fusion, and future Trunks. Broly is even able to laugh off Super Kamehameha at point-blank range. So they're bringing up some interesting details about the past and how Broly could stack up in present time. Okay. The recent Dragon Ball Super Tenkaichi Budokai attraction of Universal Studios Japan takes on a subject of how Broly could compare to Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. While the ride isn't official canon, the attraction does reveal that Goku and Vegeta combined Super Saiyan Blue forms aren't enough to take down guard Broly. It's only when Super Saiyan Blue Goku performs a fusion with attraction audience that he can defeat Broly. How do you think Broly stacks up in the long line of Dragon Ball fighters? Let's know. So, okay. Before I go any further, the writer Takoi Koyama, the writer of a lot of Dragon Ball franchises, also gave a similar interview of why Vegeta always gets pushed back to the back burner when it comes to like Dragon Ball movies, and even to this day, and it's because it always hinges on Goku, and because of his popularity. This like revealed like years ago, but it was posted recently. So basically, he was coming out and saying that Vegeta gets pushed to the back burner because of Goku's popularity. But basically, in a nutshell. So obviously, he gets pushed to the side, and he says, "So that right? Okay, I'm not going to deny Broly isn't strong. He is. He's one of the strongest characters out there. However, to say he's the strongest, okay, he's the strongest in the universe. He's the strongest fighter in the universe, right? If they're talking about this universe, possibly, but it's still putting him over Beerus, okay? And they're still talking about the anime, like, now I don't know if they're just talking about one universe or all the universes, or just the Dragon Ball universe in general, like every character that we've seen in Dragon Ball. So, leave for that to decide for yourself, but I think it's a bit of bias because he's part of some of Broly's movies, personally, and he's using the recent 40 as a way of actually making an argument. Now, I'm not going to suggest that Broly couldn't match up to a lot of these characters. He could. But to say he's the strongest amongst the bunch is kind of like biased in my opinion. So leave that to the side for yourself. But just if he's talking about all the characters in the Dragon Ball universe, like Goku Black, like Golden Frieza, like Beerus, like the Angels, like Whis, Vados, all the Gods of Destruction, top tier, the Gods of Destruction, to the Grand Priest of Daishinkan, to the Omni King, like, yeah, that's a bit of a stretch. So in part 2, I will be discussing about the latest character reveal in Dragon Ball FighterZ that's got everybody buzzing. Obviously, Android 21 for the Dragon Ball FighterZ game. How this could potentially be an interesting idea for some future arcs in Dragon Ball, because obviously we have some original characters that's been designed for games. Obviously Xena first, and now Dragon Ball FighterZ. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on that, plus so much more. So that is it for part 1. Like this video if you appreciate that. Comment down below. Comment down below about what you guys think about One Piece 3D CG event in 2018. Will it be a movie? Doesn't matter. The concept is cool as hell. I can't wait for that. Oh, and plus I guess the interesting comments from Tokoi Koyama about Broly being the strongest in the Dragon Ball universe. That's kind of a stretch, but let me know your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Catch you guys later. Bye.